From the National Newsroom of the Canadian Press, I'm Rob Westgate. A 2-month GST break starts today.
The federal government announced the plan to temporarily waive the 5% goods and services tax in an effort to help ease affordability concerns during the holiday season. Provinces with a harmonized provincial and federal sales tax will see the full HST waived. The tax break is set to run until February 15th of 2025. It applies to dozens of items like restaurant meals and wine and beer. Items exempted include clothes for sporting activities, magazines, and some collectibles. David Bowles, The Canadian Press.
Federal Labour Minister Stephen McKinnon says it became clear that both sides of the Canada Post strike have hardened their positions and the situation was not going to get resolved anytime soon. To that end, McKinnon referred the dispute to the Canada Industrial Relations Board with the intent to get the striking workers off the picket lines and back to their jobs. He also tasked the board with extending the current contract until May 22, 2025, if no deal could be done before January. Now looking south of the border, writings by Luigi Mangione, the healthcare assassin, reveal increasing malice toward United Healthcare and its chief executive. ABC's Aaron Katursky reports the company is responding to the backlash it's facing after the killing of Brian Thompson.
Since the shooting, United Healthcare added fencing around its headquarters. The leader of its parent company writing in the New York Times, "We are struggling to make sense of this unconscionable act and the vitriol that has been directed at our colleagues who have been barraged by threats." But acknowledging, "We know the health system does not work as well as it should, and we understand people's frustrations with it."
Mangione is currently being held in Pennsylvania and intends to plead not guilty to a murder charge in New York. That's according to his lawyer. With the eastern half of the United States thawing out from the latest Arctic blast, a new storm system is moving into the plains and the U.S. Midwest. Western New York received more than 1 meter of snowfall, with lake-effect snow making conditions there dangerous on the roads. Area resident Carrie Cunningham says the amount of snow was overwhelming.
Each lake effect seems to be huge accumulation, like 30-plus inches.
Warmer weather is expected through the American Northeast by Monday. And Texas is suing a New York physician for prescribing abortion pills.
It's one of the first challenges in the U.S. to shield laws passed by Democratic-led states to protect physicians after the Supreme Court did away with a woman's right to choose. Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton is suing New York doctor Margaret Daly Carpenter for prescribing the so-called abortion pill to a woman near Dallas in violation of Texas law. Such prescriptions are a key reason that the number of abortions has increased in the U.S. even since state bans started taking effect. Most abortions these days are done by pill, in private. Richard Cantu, ABC News.
This is the Canadian Press. In sports, there was only one game on the NHL schedule, and that was the Ottawa Senators visiting the Carolina Hurricanes. The Sens defeating the Hurricanes 3-0. Canada's team for the upcoming World Junior Hockey Championship has been finalized. The country revealed its 25-player roster Friday following the conclusion of a selection camp in Ottawa. 16-year-old Gavin McKenna and 18-year-old Porter Martone are among Canada's 14 forwards for the annual Under-20 event. The tournament runs in Ottawa from December 26th to January 5th. Over in the NBA, Tyrese Halliburton had 32 points and 11 assists as the visiting Indiana Pacers beat the Philadelphia 76ers 121-107. And Lindsey Vonn is set to return to World Cup ski racing next weekend for a pair of Super G events in Switzerland as she continues her comeback at age 40. From the Canadian Press, I'm Rob Westgate.
Thanks for listening. Don't forget to follow and subscribe. For more of today's top stories, visit thecanadianpressnews.ca.